My name is Lieutenant Alberty. Welcome to Oklahoma City Fire Station 4, the Outpost. We have several rigs here. We have what we call our Wildland engine. It has 750 gallons of water. Most engines only have 500, so that means we have a little less compartment space for tools and things, but we carry more water with us. Out here, we don't really have very many fire hydrants in our district. Our district is approximately 30 square miles, and we're situated right in between Jones and Luther's volunteer fire departments. So we really need to carry a lot of water with us because we don't have those hydrants. So we have a turret that enables us to pull up on scene and just spray whatever we need to. We get a lot of fires along the Turner Turnpike. So this enables us to not have to get out in traffic, and we can just kind of drive slowly on the shoulder and spray some of those fires down. It's a good tool. We have two different brush pumpers here. This is a reserve brush pumper. This is going to be used if it's a really, really large fire where they have to call people in, extra staffing. We can put this one in service. So we don't typically have this one in service. It's just an extra tool that we can have, and it's always here. We keep it ready just like we keep the other rigs ready. This is our brush pumper. That's in service. We actually carry 300 gallons of water on this one, just like the other one. It has 300 gallons as well. This is our nice new rig. We were pretty happy to get these with the big tires. It can roll through the mud, the dirt, the rocks, can go up hills with a lot more ease than our older ones with just a city tire. So this is a great rig. We love it. It also has the turret on it along with a winch. So you know, we can get ourselves stuck too. So we're all trained how to use this, and we can actually take this off and put it on the back of the rig as well. So if we need to use it on the front or the back, we have that capability. Typically, this is only staffed by one person, but if it's a really big grass fire, we can take a body off of the engine and put that body here in the passenger seat so that we just, it's easier to go with two people in one rig to fight a grass fire. We actually carry road cones on our rigs as well. We try to put these out in traffic. Traffic is probably one of the most dangerous things we do, especially with the turnpike. People go by at 70 miles an hour, and our lights, our cones, we do everything we can to keep ourselves safe. We even always wear safety vests. This is our tanker. This has 3,000 gallons of water. These right here are what we call hard suction hoses. They help us pull water out of a large tank of water. That way, if it's our normal flimsy hoses, it'll just suck flat. But if it's that hard hose, we can actually suck water through there. It also has a pump, so we use this a lot for what we call nurse feeding. We'll hook up a large hose in here to some of these discharges, and we'll run it to our engine, and that way this is like our mobile fire hydrant. So we have this, and we can refill our engine in place, or we can drop a tank, which is on the other side, a large tank, and drop most of the water that's in here and then go refill. This one also has a turret. And we have some fun. These are kind of more traditional things, but we like to keep things like this on. Some of the rigs have that stuff. It's just kind of a fun addition. So this is where our big tank is that looks like a swimming pool when we drop it. That's how we use those hard suction hoses and things like this. This is our gear drying rack. So when we respond to fires, grass fires, anything like that, we try to get those carcinogens off of our clothes as quickly as possible. So we'll wash them in our special extractor, and then we can hang our coats on over this, and it has these little holes in them, and it will help push air through the middle of the clothes and helps dry them quite a bit more quickly. So out here we have a 30,000 gallon water tank. Technically this would be our closest hydrant, although it's not really a hydrant. We have to hook up to this small discharge over here, and that's how we can refill our engines. This is our bunker closet. It takes approximately, let's see, 4 on the engine, 1 on the brush pumper, and 1 on the tanker. So that's 6 people in order to open the station doors. We all have our individual locker style. We're fortunate here, we have quite a bit of room in our lockers, so we can fit most of our stuff. And out here at Station 4, we are extremely rural. So we can only see like 1 house from our property. We have the biggest property of all the Oklahoma City fire stations, which means more mowing. It also means quite a bit more critters that we get. We get frogs, we get crickets, all kinds of stuff, spiders. So we have to be really careful about keeping our bunker gear on the floor. Something that the people in the city don't really have to deal with quite as much. But so you'll notice none of our bunker gear is out on the floor. We keep it just inside of the rig. This right here is our major's office. Pretty nice facility. He has his own office space, actual office space, and then a bedroom and his own bathroom. So it's nice that they can have their own space. This is our day room in here. It's where we watch TV. We can sit, hang out during the day. Sometimes we'll get to watch movies. Sometimes we play some ping pong. Whatever we can do to stay together as a station and kind of hang out as a family. This is kind of our family room. So this is what we would call our watch office. We do most of the computer work in here. We have a lot of stuff in the mornings that we do. We also do a lot of burn permits. So we have to utilize these computers to get in the system, check out people's property, make sure they have enough space to burn, get them put into the system, and issue them a proper burn permit. We have a lot of that in our district because a lot of people have quite a bit of acreage out here. So in order to burn legally, you do have to have a burn permit, and our residents are pretty good about obtaining them. So this right here is our district. Here's the Turner Turnpike, goes up through here. We cover north of the Turner Turnpike. This is our approximate 30 square miles. So over here is Edmond. Up here is Luther. We have Hickory Hills down here. We have Jones over here. And this is the next Oklahoma City Fire Station right here. So we cover all of this area. It's not uncommon for us to work very closely with Jones and Luther. Anytime we have a grass fire anywhere up in this way, it's gonna be closer for us to get help from Luther and Jones than it is from the next Oklahoma City rig. So we love to work well with those departments. We try to train with them, and we request their help when we need it. And likewise, when they need help, we are very quick to help them as well. Our cities try to work well together, and we try to have really good relationships with those other departments. So at this station, we have individual bedrooms. So this is what one of those bedrooms looks like, and it's just so we can have our own space. And within here is we have an individual alerting system. So if I was driving the tanker, then this if we had a call for the engine, I could set this to where it wouldn't wake me up. That way I'm not having to wake up to calls that aren't mine. A lot of firefighters have a hard time with sleep, extra stresses on our body, so they have invented systems like that that don't wake you up unless it's actually you needing to respond to the call. So that's a pretty neat feature. So also with our lockers, I can access my locker this way, and I can also access it from out here. I can open this. I have it locked right now. So anytime I come in the morning, typically there's somebody in the other room on another shift, and they will still be in there when I need to get my uniform out. So I can unlock this, get my uniform without disturbing them, so I still have access to my stuff in the morning. Down this hallway is just a lot more bedrooms. And we have our men's locker room here, which it's not really a locker room, it's more of just a bathroom and showers. And we're fortunate enough at this station to have a women's bathroom down there as well. At this station, we're pretty fortunate to have a really nice workout facility. It gets used pretty heavily. We have a lot of people here that do enjoy working out, so we've recently requested a bunch of new stuff, and it was granted to us. So we do our best to come in here every day and utilize this equipment. It's great equipment. And last but not least is our kitchen. A lot of people commented on our table. It is a pretty cool table. It's a little high though, so we have at least one person that likes to sit on 2 chairs because it's the table's a little bit on the high side. It makes you feel like a kid, but other than that, pretty common kitchen. We also have fuel at this station, so because we're so far out here, we can get our own fuel from our fuel tank. That way we don't have to drive all the way into town just to get fuel. Here at Fire Station 4, we are on the slower call volume. We have a lot more acreage than we do houses. So unless it's high grass fire kind of weather, we are more on the slower side. So with that said, we get firefighters out here who are trying to study for promotion. So we have a guy in here who has 5 years on the job and now eligible for a driver promotion. So he spends a lot of his free time studying. We try to use all of our time to our advantage, and he's making a great use of time out here. Thanks for coming by Station 4. We're located at 14200 Hogback Road, out between Luther and Jones. So stop by anytime.